Not every loss is a punishment. Sometimes life removes you from a place where you were being used, not loved. Sometimes the pain of being left behind is what opens your eyes to a truth you were never meant to ignore. You never thought the person you loved would become a stranger. You worked long shift, you skipped meals, you postponed your own dreams. Every time money was tight, you found a way to make things work. When he wanted to start a business, you gave him your savings. When he said things would be better soon, you believed him. You told yourself that sacrifice was part of love. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, please subscribe, click on the notification button, like and share. Thank you so much for watching. Whenever friends asked him why you were always tired, you smiled and said, "We are building something together." That was the story you believed. Then one day, everything changed. He came home acting different. His phone was always face down. Calls were taken outside, conversation because became shorter. Suddenly, the man who once needed your advice had no time to hear your voice. When you asked what was wrong, he told you that you were imagining things. A few months later, he left just like that. No long explanation, no real closure. He said he needed space. He said he wanted happiness. He said life had become too stressful. Then he disappeared. The pain was unbearable. You questioned everything. You wondered what you had done wrong. You replayed every conversation in your head. But the truth was far worse than anything you imagined. One afternoon, while trying to move on, your life while trying to move on with your life, a message arrived from someone you didn't know. At first, you almost ignored it. Then curiosity won. The woman introduced herself. She was the woman he had left for you. Her message was short. "I think we need to talk." Your heart started racing. You expected insult, you expected blame. Instead, she asked one question: "Did you help him financially?" You stared at the screen, confused. You replied yes. The next message made your stomach turn. Your stomach turn. She, s- she sent photograph, pictures of expensive dinner, luxury weekend, designer clothes, a beautiful apartment, everything he had promised you but never gave you, everything he said he could afford, everything he claimed would come one day. The woman explained what the woman explained that when they met, he presented himself as a successful man. He told her he had built everything on its own. He never mentioned you, not once. But recently she had started finding old documents while helping him organize some files, bank statement, transfers, loan records, receipts, and names were everywhere. The business he bragged about, the finance you financed it, the apartment he showed up paid with money you helped him save, the car he drove her name ar- the car he drove her around in, poached purchased shortly after you sold some of your belongings to support him. The lifestyle he admired was standing on the sacrifice you made. You wasn't She wasn't contacting you to hurt you. She was contacting you because she had discovered the truth and she felt sick. For years, you believe your sacrifice had disappeared into a black hole. You thought they meant nothing, but now the truth was sitting right in front of you. You had not been building a future together. You had been financing the image of a man who was preparing a future without you. The woman eventually left him too, not because he lacked money, because she realized something deeper. Anyone willing to erase the person who helped build their success could never be trusted. Meanwhile, you slowly start building. Meanwhile, you started building your own life, not with revenge, not with bitterness, with wisdom. You stop blaming yourself. You stop wondering why he left, because the question was never why he left. The real question was why you spent so long believing that your value depended on someone else's appreciation. Months later, you passed him by accident. He looked old, tired, and defeated. The confidence he once carried was gone. For a moment, your eyes melted. He looked away at first, not because he hated you, because he finally understood what he had lost. And for the first time, you felt nothing except peace, no anger, no desire for explanation, no need for justice. The truth had already done its work. If you are If you are listening to this today, remember this. People may take your effort, your kindness, your support, and even your sacrifice, but they cannot take the strength you gain while giving it. One day, the truth always finds a way to introduce itself, and when it does, the people who used you must finally face the reality they spent years trying to hide.